What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Shawn Porter and Yordenis Ugas. You know, this is the tell of the tape. This is the fight study between these guys. I wanted to do one earlier. I know it's only 2 days out. They fight in Carson, California, at the Dignity Health Sports Arena there, and I want to just match up these guys, you know, their strengths, their weaknesses. Let's start with Ugas. Ugas is 5'9", so he has, 3 inches on Shawn Porter, so the height difference is apparent. 69-inch reach, 32 years old. He has 23 wins, 3 losses, and 11 by KO. You know, he is from the Cuban school. He is a Cuban. Extensive amateur background, of course. He is a counterpuncher, so that's something that Shawn Porter is going to have to watch because he's a slick counterpuncher. And he does things very nonchalantly. So he'll get you by timing. So he has somewhat like of a timing speed, kind of like Lara, but he's more lackadaisical when he punches. Okay, Lara's more like a sharpshooter. He's not. Ugas throws uppercuts and chopping rights, but he times you just right. He is a good boxer. He can box. He does have the 3 losses. The 3 losses, he lost to Johnny Garcia, which was split decision. Okay, Emmanuel Robles, which was split decision, and Amir Khan was the person that beat him unanimously. Okay, so basically you can argue with this guy's record because, you know, a lot of those fights could have went either way. You know, you look at guys like Emmanuel Augustus, or, you know, legend in the boxing game, and he had like 23 losses, and a lot of those fights were split decision. So don't let a person's record kind of deceive you, because he can upset you like he done Perella, you know, not too long ago, and that was, you know, he's the Italian hitman or something like that. I think that's what his name was, but he was upset badly and knocked out. And the judges were all for Perella. That was supposed to be Perella's like coming out party. And I think it was like in his hometown or something like that. And Ugas came and took that boy out despite being scolded for like unnecessary foul calls and all types of shit. He still got the job done. So you can't overlook Ugas. Ugas is fought. He's won his last 8 fights. So this guy, I've been watching him for a while, ever since he upset Perella, especially, you know, and I was like, okay, Ugas has some skill, and he's gonna need it against Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter comes in at 5'6", 69-inch reach. So both of these guys have the same, you know, arm to the armpit to the fist length. So there's no advantage there, just height advantage. You know, I don't know if that's really an advantage now, since he doesn't have longer arms than Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter's 31 years of age, so he has a year in advantage. And he has a record of 29 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. Okay, and let me tell you something about Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter's been in there with everybody almost. You can say what you want to. The only people he hasn't fought is the other 2 champions, but he's been in there with Andre Berto, Adrian Broner, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. He's been in there with a lot of those people, and he gave Keith Thurman a run for his money. You know what I mean? And he just beat Danny Garcia up. You know, he ran straight over Andre Berto, and Andre Berto was blessed with the speed. You know what I mean? And that didn't matter. And that's why this fight's going to be very interesting. His 2 losses to Kell Brook and Keith Thurman again. You know, he fought Kell Brook, and he lost a hard-paced fight. So if Shawn Porter loses, he ain't going out without a fight. He is, you know, the way he fights, he's coming at you. He doesn't know any other way. He's not going to try to sit back and box. He might try that every so often. But Ugas, somebody like that, his style is going to be very interesting, coming with a person that likes to counter. He's going to have to counter Shawn Porter to keep him off him. If he doesn't, Shawn Porter's going to beat him up. That's what Shawn Porter does. And while he's waiting for opportunities, Shawn Porter's going in and taking his opportunities. So that's what you're going to have with this fight. You're going to have Shawn Porter coming in, dashing to the left, dashing to the right, dashing right at him, going right for his chest. Okay? And Ugas is being the taller guy. He's going to be right here. That's what he's going to target. Chest and the body area. He's going to try to take the legs out of Ugas. Ugas has to create space. It's a similar fight to Lara and Pestaño, right? Castaño. And because it's going to be the same type of equation. But Shawn Porter is much, much more of aggressive counterpuncher. I mean, aggressive pressure fighter than Castaño was. So Ugas has his work cut out for him. He's going to have to create distance, use his legs, use his jab to keep Shawn Porter back. And it has to be a stiff jab. It has to be something that Shawn Porter respects. And it has to be followed by something. Because if he slips the jab, Shawn Porter's coming in for the kill, ripping nasty hooks to the body and the head. That's Shawn Porter all day. You know what I mean? He reminds me of a little Mike Tyson mixed with Joe Frazier. You know what I mean? Because he gets in there and he gets the job done, or he tries to. A lot of times he smothers his own shots because he's so close. But that just shows you he's going to be right at you. He's not going to stop. You know what I mean? So Ugas, if you know, and since Ugas is known to have split decisions, he's just going to have to go in there, like he said in his, I think it was PBC Face-Off. He said that he's had to go in there and work, and he has to come there and make a statement. You know what I mean? And work harder. But I'm glad he has that mindset, because a lot of Cubans think, oh, I have the pedigree, I have the speed, I can hit the holes when I need to hit the holes. But doing that is not enough. You know what I mean? It's not enough, because you're going to have to go in there and show that I got to beat this champion and I got to take this from this champion. He's the champion. So I have to go in and beat the champion. The champion can have a bad night, but the challenger can't. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not at an advantage anyway. He's the challenger. So the challenger has to show all these judges why he needs this belt, why he's taking this belt off of Shawn Porter. And Shawn Porter, I'm telling you again, this is going to be a good fight. A lot of people think, oh, this is a cherry pick. Well, if it is, it's a cherry pick that possibly can go wrong. Let's be real. Because Ugas is that kind of guy, like I said. He did the Perella. If they had any idea that Perella, I think he was, I want to say 15-0. With like 13, 14 knockouts. He had an impressive knockout record, so he had heavy hands. But he raised the opposition, putting him in there with Ugas, and Ugas showed him why it's a such thing is opposition. You know what I'm saying? Such thing as skill level set, right? So these two guys would have to implement their game plan accordingly. Porter's going to do what Porter's going to do. It's not going to be any secret, no new tricks, anything that Porter has to offer. Ugas is the guy that has to show and has to make Shawn Porter respect him. He has to put 2 or 3 combinations together and make Shawn Porter think twice about coming in. Make him change his game plan. Don't let him fight his game plan. Because if Shawn Porter's able to pin Ugas up in the ropes, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good at all, for Ugas, But again, he is experienced. He kind of has, he puts the mitts up like Erslandy Lara at times. But then it's a bad thing too if you don't use head movement with it, which he does use head movement from time to time when he's going to counter, but it's subtle. He uses it right when he's going to counter. So if someone is throwing a jab, he's going to be stationary until he dips and bow. That's Ugas. He gives you the deception that he's that fighter that has no head movement until he needs it to use. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does. That's how he does it. He's kind of, like I said, nonchalant. Then all of a sudden, you go, he dips, bow, bow, bow. That's Ugas. Yordenis is very experienced, and this is going to be a good fight, man. If I had to call something, Porter's the new champion, so he has something to prove. He has to stay on his game. If he doesn't, Ugas can take this away from him by counterpunching. But knowing Porter, he's coming right at him like a bull. Okay? Like a raging bull. So let's see if Ugas can handle the pressure. Let's see what he does. And that's the equation. But if he lets Porter in, Porter beats him easy, unanimous decision. I don't see him knocking him out because I think Ugas in spots will do what he needs to do. But if it's only in spots, it's going to be a long night for him, and he won't win a decision like that. But if he's able to make Shawn Porter respect him and think twice about coming in, confuse him a little bit without going in with that bull charge, he could take it. But anyway, that's my fight study. You guys tell me what you think about Yordenis Ugas versus Shawn Porter, or should I say Shawn Porter versus Yordenis Ugas. So, of course, please like, subscribe, share, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.